What's up, guys, and welcome to A True Perspective. My name is Xavier. You already know what's up. And sometimes I like to share these little segments I call them the history that they don't teach you in school. And basically, just talk about just little facts about history that we don't know. Because sometimes it's good to hear history from a different perspective, a perspective that you never heard it from before. And that sometimes makes you think twice. Anyways, let's jump into this. The country I want to talk about today is the country of, you guess? I want to talk about Haiti. Haiti. This is a country that I'm sure either once or twice you've heard the saying that Haiti is the poorest country in the world. You've heard that. I know you have. Now, do you know why Haiti is considered the poorest country in the world? Was it always poor? And the answer to that is no. In the 1700s, Haiti was considered to be one of the richest places on the planet. Yes, planet Earth. Planet Earth. One of the richest places. You know why? Because of its rich resources that they had. They covered basically 1/3 of the world's sugar itself. Anyways, continuing on. The sad part begins here. Haiti was colonized by France. Yes, France. So when Haiti was colonized by France, the population ratio of Haiti was 4-1, slave to freed Frenchmen. In other words, this means basically that if you had 400,000 slaves who were Haitian, there were only about 100 to 125 free Frenchmen. Literally, you have more slaves. You had less Frenchmen. But the French, who were in power, and the Haitians became slaves. Now, moving on. Led by a slave himself called Toussaint, he led a revolution, which ended up in Haiti, gaining back its independence in a way. They were able to fight off France, and they kind of won back. They won back Haiti. Now here's where it gets real cruel, and this is the part that a lot of times we don't even learn this in school. Okay, but I'm gonna be frank with you. I'm gonna put the truth out there for you. Here's the part. After that happened, after the revolution happened, you can call it what you want. After Haitians decided to free themselves away from the Frenchmen, the French government gave an ultimatum, threatened Haiti, saying this: "We will invade you. We will enslave you once more. We will come in and take over, unless you pay for the property and damages that you caused." You want to know what this property damage that France was talking about? You know what that was? France wanted Haitian people to pay for the slaves that they lost during the war that they were fighting to gain their independence. In other words, they wanted Haiti to pay for its own people, the slaves that died. That was the property that France lost. That property being Haitian people. France wanted Haitian people to pay that. So they slapped them with a bill of $21 billion. Now, I don't care what time frame you're from. I don't care you from this time, or you from the 1700s, or you from what. $21 billion is a lot of money, especially if you just finished being a slave. So guess what? Haiti accepted. Now, it took them 150 years, from 1812 to 1947. Haiti was paying for that. Paying that bill. It took not much time for them to literally pay that bill off. Basically 150 years. Now ask yourself, have you ever heard that before? Where literally you had to buy your freedom by paying the country to colonize you to pay property, not property happened to be you as a slave. You tell me. That's crazy. That's the story of how Haiti is poor. Think about that for a minute. Alright? It's been a true perspective. Abe.